Hi, this is Matthew DeGraffenried. Welcome back to my rock shop for making marbles with Matthew. Today I'm going to be making the marbles that I cut up from a big stone and a small stone that came from Charles Saponsky, and this is for a special marble commission. The stone that I cut up is I got clarification on this. I wasn't exactly sure in my conversation with Charles, but it's a type of nephrite or nephrite jade. And one of the stones he sent me, he'd already pre-cut a couple sides, so we knew basically what it looked like on the inside. But another one was a little bit darker, and it turned out to be quite a bit darker. It's still very green, but it's so dark. And the light doesn't penetrate through it really well, so it's nearly black. But it's cut thin. It's very, very deep green. So a very beautiful stone when you put it in the sunshine. Let me show you what we're going to do, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to cut them on my trim saw. I'm going to pick out some best spots out of the stone for making these marbles so it has the least amount of flaws. Sometimes it's hard to avoid flaws in this type of stone. Because it tends to have quite a few fractures. Some of the fractures are healed up, others of the fractures are new fractures that aren't, and you can't do much about that except for work around them. And that's the nice thing about making small marbles instead of large spheres, is that you can cut the stone to avoid those fractures, and then grinding it up, you're not going to recreate any. It's a very, very durable stone. So let me show you what we got. So here are three of the pieces that I cut. These two slices right here came from the small stone. And go back and watch the video of me cutting those on my big rock saw. This came from the large piece. Now, although it looks pretty black, when you shine a light in it or hold it up to the light, it's very green. I have two thin slices that I saved from this stone. This thin slice here, so we could see how transparent or translucent it was, not transparent. And then this thin piece here that's about 1/4 of an inch thick. But it's very green. I think you can see that in the light there with the light behind it. But see how green that is there. And very nice stone. So when I make a smaller marble, and when this is in the sunlight, it will really show up green. So this particular stone right here, come from a part out of whatever it came from. They had more minerals in it that made it green, like chromium or whatever it is that turns it green. And where this one has less. And just mark out some general areas where I want to make some circles. It doesn't matter exactly the pattern for now, because I'm going to remake the pattern. I just want to get an idea of where I can get some marbles out of here. So I know I want one out of it right there. And I want one right there, out of this spot right here. So by mapping out the rock like this, before I cut it up, I can get a good idea of the best places I can make marbles. And this one right here is going to be a really good one. So, but I won't be able to tell until I get it cut out, because there could be fractures coming in this way that I can't see until I actually cut it. So what I'll do is I'll probably cut this here first, and then cut this out, and then come in here and cut these little pieces out here, and then trim them all off, and then I'll have some stones. Okay, so I just cut up some stone, and I wasn't recording, so I missed some of it, but this stone right here had a flaw in it, and when I cut a little piece off of it, it just broke in half like this. So I'm going to set this nice piece aside. It might still make a nice marble, but more than likely it may tend to just break in half. So It's part of the problem with making these marbles is, and which makes them expensive, is you can go through a lot of material to try to find a nice little piece. So this one, not really. I'm going to take this one and I'm going to slice off little slices of it here, because I want this piece here, and if it doesn't fall apart and break, I'll go ahead and cut a cube out of this one. Okay, that had a piece that broke in half, so I'm going to cut off a little bit more to see if I can get past that potential fracture right there. You can see that. If I can get where it's more solid, then I've got a good piece here. Otherwise, I'll keep trying. So it looks solid. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's great. Okay, I got a winner here. Even though this looks like a fracture, it's not. It's where a fracture may have been originated from, as you know, but that's good and solid. If I can't break that in half, I'm good. So I'm going to take and cut this piece off here, and this all looks good. I don't see where the moisture is seeping into a crack. Like I said, it's hard to see on camera, but if you're experienced at cutting stone, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to cut this off and then trim the corners. I think I got a winner with this one. And that's looking good. It's got a little brown inclusion in there. I'm hoping that will work out. And what I'll do is I'll grind on that side first. Okay, that actually looks really good. I like what I'm seeing right here. I don't care that that corner busted off. In fact, that's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece out that's thick enough to make a marble. I'm going to trim it, and this is the piece I'm going to make a marble with for the show today. This is really nice. Okay, cool. I like this piece. I'm happy with it. Yeah, this is a really good piece for making a marble. I'm glad I cut it out the way I did out of the big slab. I'm going to trim the corners off, make it into an octagon, trim a little bit off this side, and we're going to start grinding. This is going to be a good one. This will probably be one of the best out of at least this slab. Okay, this is what we're going to work on. The rest of this stuff goes in the tumbling. I don't throw away the scraps. Okay, let's get started and make a marble. Okay, the first step, I got it shaped into an octagon. Now I'm always checking my measurements. This is just a little bit less than an inch. What I want to get it down to about is about 0.90, because I'm going to try making a 0.875 marble, which is 7/8 of an inch. got my cylinder. Now there's one little flaw here. You can see how wide it is right there. That's going to all come out when I cut the corners off, so I'm not worried about that. But the rest, I'm really loving it. It's looking good. So what I'm doing now is I'm putting the bevel on the cylinder, and then I'll put another bevel on this side, take the little corners off those bevels, and then we're ready to spin it on the spinner to make a marble. Okay, the next step is to spin it on the marble spinner. That's a 7/8 inch marble, and it's accurate within just a couple thousandths of an inch. So I want to show you the difference between a 7/8 marble and a 3/4 inch marble. This marble is exactly 3/4 of an inch, or just a little bit less. It's one of my shooters I like. That's the size I like to shoot with. This marble is only 1/8 of an inch bigger, a 1/16 of an inch bigger on the radius. But look how much bigger it looks compared to the yellow marble. But that's going to be a great size. I'm going to make some of these that are 3/4 inch too. So let's go over to the polisher and polish it up now. It should really take a shine. Okay, we're done with it. Let's take a look at it. That last piece I cut really turned out nice. Now my method I use isn't perfect at getting all the little scratches out, but it makes a very, very round marble. And it's fast, it's fun, and it produces really great results. But this is a really nice marble. So I'm not going to show the process for making all 4 of these marbles. Just wanted to show one marble being made for this commission that I have from Charles. And I'll be getting these marbles sent off to him. I'll send you some photos of the pieces that he's making, and then we'll get a final photo for the final product. But thanks for joining me. This is a really fun project. It's a lot of fun to get these commissions, and so let me know if you have any questions. Please like and subscribe to my channel. You'll love all the things that I'm doing. Thanks, and have a good night. Bye.